Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. Alright. Blessings to you all. Marvin, Edgar. I'm gonna go right into it. Now waste no time. This is unbelievable what Marvin revealed. Unbelievable, Jamaica. Unbelievable. Somebody called Pernell Charles Jr. to the front of the class there for me. Yeah, man. Pernell Charles Jr. need to come in front of the class. I have some explaining to do. I have some serious explaining to do, Jamaica. Alright? Some serious explaining to do. So, this is it. Sylvia get 20 years, justice is done. Condolences to the family. 20 years and 10 months for unaliving his wife. Alright? Yeah, man, I it, man. That is it. Man plead guilty. Me don't say it pa. So this number worry about Hurricane Melissa led to $3.5 billion loss in sales for Campari. That now worry about. What about the people in most? Yeah. Yo, you know say sometime me really and truly can't stand them people. Jamaica, look for this title there. Who is this lady fooling? Who is this lady fooling? And the fact that they put it out. Hey, what's up, Mel Dub? Hey, shout out to KB, man. Tell KB for me to check his Instagram. I reached out to him on Instagram. Alright, Mel? Yeah, I saw Moonlight up there. Yeah, I was like, man. I had to go live anyway. Didn't have a lot of time. You know what I mean? Because I had the live set up. But tell him to reach out to me. I'm on Instagram, bro. Win with Bolo. You know my Instagram. I sent him a message. Tell him to check it out on Instagram. Alright, Mel? Joanne. What's up, Joanne? No. And shout out to KB, man. You know? Always respect, always love. So, this situation here with the Jamaica decision to end the Cuba medical program. Johnson Smith is trying to tell us, well-thinking Jamaicans, that the United States did not influence Jamaica's decision. Let me just speak on this briefly before I get into the meat and potatoes of this live stream. What we're here for, right? Andrew Holness is a sly devil. You guys remember the speech that he gave about Cuba at the CARICOM? That was a strategic move to not get backlash for this. Andrew Holness knew that they would be doing this. You know what I said? He knew. He knew Jamaica. Show you what I'm talking about. Show you what I'm talking about. Shout out to Ishmael. It was last night, yeah, right here. Where is my... Why am I not hearing the audio though? Oh, that's why.
You can't imagine you don't live nowhere, people.
Turn down.
And you rent somewhere.
They got to beg, they have to have a master to whip them. That's what the Jamaican want. They want a...
You see why a PhD in communications must never lead a ministry of health? You see? I try type. Give me. After attending universities. A 50-year, this is almost a century now. This is half of a century. In marriage, what is 50 years in marriage? What is 50 years again in marriage? Somebody help me. 50 years in marriage is, oh God, what is it called again, man?
This comes as both governments were unable to agree on the terms and conditions on a new technical cooperation arrangement following the expiration of the previous agreement in February 2023. Ladies and gentlemen, after February 2023, didn't we get multiple visits from the United States? Just go and look back at the data. As a matter of fact, the Cubans were so loyal to us because of the long-standing relationship that they stayed and helped our healthcare system in the time of crisis, even after February 2023. And they want to tell me that this had nothing to do with the United States. The United States did not influence them. Hey, can somebody type BS in the chat for me? Yeah, man. Just type BS in the chat. That's all that is required. Just type BS. Straight BS, ladies and gentlemen. 100%. All right? Wow, 3 article back on one of that. Everything. Watch a 4 article. Whoa. That was 4 hours ago. Whoa. Look at that. Dominating the news. Watch a former PMP. I like how they put former PMP. No longer affiliated. Get it right. Former PMP. Okay, good. So that we left that to rest. We cannot say the former lawyer of Andrew Honest went to jail for a man being in his house unalived with several stab wounds and gunshots. We can't say that. And look at this. This a man that run out per Honest. Me tell you say it's all that sham, you know. This man that run out on Andrew Honest when him do him speech. Look there. All of this was designed to make Andrew Honest look good. This whole Cuba thing, and him go up and him a defend Cuba, and then him get backlash, and then now see that the man come back. All of this is a ruse, ladies and gentlemen. I'm calling cap. Selvan, what you doing? I'm calling cap. I'm calling cap on all of that. We go through them things there already. Major land take for Port Antonio bypass. Lord have mercy. Alright. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to a chance for like and share up the live. Let me pause this. Turn on the sound. Listen to what Marvin Edgar has exposed here, my good people. Just listen to this. Mighty God.
Jamaica, it rain start all fall. You see from me there? A Ferris. Ferris in a Westmoreland. You see right here, sir? I want 2-bedroom that did there. You see this? You see right here, sir, behind this? A people furniture. I people in furniture still pack up. Pack up inside here, sir. When me tell you say, yes, so look like a when one bomb when Iran drop or Israel drop. I saw you want to look. See it here? A foundation, this, you know, it's supposed to be foundation. It's supposed to be foundation. And people in furniture and things them. See there, under there. See there, and a lie we are telling. Furniture under there. If you look right across here, so a bear like a hurricane passed last night. You hear me telling you? I want to have one little man from upper ministry.
Call him.
A labor.
Yes.
Named Pernell Charles.
Call him.
Come on TV.
Call him.
I can't take picture. I can't take picture about you know, give out people. You know, give people check. The people them know Ferris in Westmoreland. See it here. The rubble still there. Furniture that are not appalling in a march. When you look on the people in place, nothing not there. I bathroom that down there, so. Let me show them. Let me show the people in bathroom.
Jamaica. I want to hear from the people, you know. I want to hear from you. You can't believe this. And the man them come out and do ceremony. And I beat them chest like say, yo, the people them might be effective and efficient in the help of them a give out. All the while, you know, these people are still taking the money from the NHT. Mighty God. And the people, look at the people in the situation. People are live out of the same way. Let me play again, because I have played a couple times, you know.
Jamaica, the rain start all fall. You see from me there? A Ferris. Ferris in Westmoreland. You see right here, sir? I want 2-bedroom that did there. You see this? You see right here, sir, behind this? A people furniture. I people in furniture still pack up. Pack up inside here, sir. When me tell you, say, yes, so look like a when one bomb when Iran drop or Israel drop. I saw you want to look. See it here? A foundation, this, you know, it's supposed to be foundation. It's supposed to be foundation. I people in furniture and things them. See there, under there. See there, and a lie we are telling. Furniture under there. If you look right across here, so a bear like a hurricane passed last night. You hear me telling you? I want to have one little man from upper ministry, a labor, named Pernell Charles Jr. will come on TV. I can't take picture. I can't take picture about you know, give out people, you know, give people check. The people them know Ferris in Westmoreland. See it here? The rubble still there. Furniture that are not appalling in a march. When you look on the people in place, nothing not there. I bathroom that down there, so. Let me show them. Let me show the people in bathroom. Jamaica, the rain start all fall. You see from me there?
I want to really say thank you to Marvin and people like him that do what they do. Travel, go to these places and show the true conditions of the people. My God, how would some of us know Jamaica? After 5 months, you know? After 5 months, Jamaicans are in this situation still. After 5 months, 5 months, and the man them there beat them chest. Yo, the man they need to humble himself, bro. The man they need a whole heap of money and stuff them getting, you know? Whole heap of money them get to relief. Only share this live, like up the live. Because if you not show them up the people and now get help. Them wicked Jamaica. Them wicked. What that? Them wicked man. Zin, carrying what go on. My goodness. Look how the place look. Look how the place look. All them things that, yo, mentally, the people them supposed to suffer mentally, you know. No, Jamaica, look upon this. Oh my God almighty, man. Look upon this.
You see from me there? I want some of the bathroom. Jamaica, you see for me there? One zinc a shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing. You see for me there? I want some of the bathroom this. Some of the toilet this. So one sheet of zinc cover it, and a little plywood and round it. Yeah, me just to the lady and she inside the place in the house so. This is done by Ferris. Ferris in a Westmoreland. Everybody on this a stretcher. I know one or two place. Me say Jamaica, me say one on the look at rubble. One on the look at rubble. Rubble. From the storm blow. Nobody not get nothing here so. The lady said she get $37,000. Then give for help with grocery. For a whoppy kill, friggin' fill up. And that this the government they work on and patch, I try patch people in life. So them bathroom here, while uno drunk go home to ceramic bathroom. Yeah? I wanna step in with big umbrella and bodyguards. Yeah? And hot and cold water. Eh? With what you call it, with rain shower. And they wanna sleep in a big double king size bed. Eh? Me nah stop beat it pound. See how people them live here same way. Me can't even turn up straight because it's low. It's low bad. See the thing that this is the covering. One sheet of zinc. But then use the bathroom. She want to come a bathroom right now. This is the situation. Rain or fall and wet them up here so when time they're ready to do them things. You no fix the problem. Stop walking and show people so little dirty thinking check. About 500,000. I know the government spent 330 million. 330 million. Eh? Divided by 160. Divided by 160, which is the money for the US dollar. Give 2 million, almost 62,000 US. Me do much long time. I just 2 million. I don't know whole heap of money. We don't have whole heap of money sit down pan. Me could no wicked and dance and even see them. Enough people don't just right now get wet. Because I be a hole in a zinc or a house to catch up. The people in friggin' furniture and the tarpaulin same way out the door. They came and sleep comfortable at night because they don't know somebody can draw away a 2 pieces of zinc from around them. Because darkness are desperation. Nobody na no work, nobody na no house, and uno sit down for the money. Uno sit down for the money. Uno get money for help the people them. Drunk crop. Uno help the people them. No. And you see, you see uno Jamaicans, and uno see them one. Wow. And got a polling station go vote to them the dark.
Oh, sorry, welcome.
I wanna see them and vote to them.
Man.
I wanna see them about 1 p.m. and this and that. When will we wake up and realize every politician won with millions? PMP and Labour right won with millions. And we are left with this. So we left with that. So we left with that for shit in that. And 1 sheet of freaking zinc. This is it. This is the help. It's on a sick stomach. Jamaica, you see for me there? 1 zinc a shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing. You see for me there? I want some of the bathroom this. Some of the toilet this. So 1 sheet of zinc cover it, and a little plywood and round it. Yeah, me just to the lady and she inside the place in the house so. This is done by Ferris. Ferris in a Westmoreland. Everybody on this a stretcher. I know 1 or 2 place. Me say Jamaica, me say one on the look at rubble. One on the look at rubble. Rubble. From the storm blow. Nobody not get nothing here so. The lady said she get $37,000. Then give for help with grocery. For a whoppy kill, friggin' fill up. And that this the government they work on and patch, I try patch people in life. So them bathroom here, while uno drunk go home to ceramic bathroom. Yeah? I wanna step in with big umbrella and bodyguards. Yeah? And hot and cold water. Eh? With what you call it, with rain shower. And they wanna sleep in a big double king size bed. Eh? Me nah stop beat it pound. See how people them live here same way. Me can't even turn up straight because it's low. It's low bad. See the zinc that this is the covering. 1 sheet of zinc. When I use the bathroom, she want to come to bathroom right now. This is the situation. Rain or fall, I wet them up here so when time they're ready to do them things. You know, fix the problem. Stop walking and show people. So look at dirty thinking check. About 500,000. I know the government spent 330 million. 330 million. Divided by 160. Divided by 160, which is the money for the US dollar. Give 2 million, I must say 62,000 US. Me do maths long time. I just 2 million. I don't know what heap of money. We don't have one heap of money sit down pan. We could know wicked and turns and even see them. Enough people don't just right now get wet. Because of the hole in a zinc or house that catch up. The people and friggin' furniture and the tarpaulin same way out the door. They came and sleep comfortable that night because they don't know if nobody can draw away a 2 pieces of zinc for around them. Because darkness are desperation. Nobody know no work, nobody know no house, and uno sit down for the money. Uno sit down for the money. Uno get money to help the people them. Drunk crop. Uno help the people them. And you see, uno Jamaicans, and uno see them one. I got a polling station and go vote for them the dark shit, you know. I uno see them and I vote for them, you know. Uno see them about 1 p.m. and this and that. When we wake up and realize every politician going with millions, PMP and Labour right, going with millions, and we are left with this. So we left with that. So we left with that for shit in that. And 1 sheet of freaking zinc. This is it. This is the help.
Do you have?
This is really, really horrible. Belinda, big up yourself. I see you in the chat. Jamaica Cares Fix, big up yourself. And what else I see here? Who else? Maidens. Wagwan Maidens. Maidens says it's very bad in Portland and I don't understand why the government won't help the people. Why Conjure and the family steal the money. Barack Roberts say, can the Jamaican people that are suffering, who get no benefit since Melissa, can they have a class action lawsuit against this government? We need to look into that. Definitely need to look into that. I am not sure. You say you need Mark Golden. No, listen. We cannot absolve the government of their responsibility to the people of Jamaica. We know why you're not about Mark Golden and Andre Stevenson, nobody. The government need to do what the government supposed to do for the people. And the people are supposed to remember when them don't do it and hold them accountable. The next local government election, vote out every last one of them. Vote out every last one of the JLP member them in the next local government election. Clean sweep. Stop it talking, man. Action, man. You see me? The next local government election, uno vote them out. Vote them out. Every mayor, everything. Vote them out. Vote them out, Jamaica. Vote them out. Remember what they have done to you. Remember what they have done to you, Jamaica. Pauline say it louder. Right? Vote them out. Stop it talking. When you're not talking business. Certain things we shouldn't do, we shouldn't pack up of them office. You whole Jamaica shouldn't pack up over their office and make them know. So we now work with them taxi, you know? We now work with them taxi. May I tell you, look on the indignity. Look at the indignity of it all. But before me go back, see it here, Belinda. In case you don't know, 20 years in get, 13 years before I'm eligible for any type of parole. Zane, see it here? 20 years. 20 years in get. See that? 20 years. Alright? Person who asked me, Belinda asked me about it. See that? Cause at this them are dominate the news with. See? And we understand, but me not focus on that. That is a foregone conclusion. Me I talk about people who are suffer right now in our Westmoreland and other places. And a ferry alone, right? And a ferry alone, you know. You feel me I say? It's not ferry alone. Yeah man, you can see the gift. The gift them is available in a barrack. The super chat is available in a barrack. And if it's something else you're talking about in terms of sending me funds directly, then you would have to WhatsApp me. You understand? Alright, Barack. So if you want me WhatsApp, let me know, I can tell you now. But boy, I tell you say Jamaica this really bother me, you know. I go put it on mute and I want to know look for the condition of the people. Them. Rain a fall right now and the lady needs to use the bathroom. Look at this. Look what she have to go for use the bathroom. Look at that. Just look at that. Where's the privacy? Look how low the thing is on the zinc. Them have to catch the zinc over there. Boy, I tell you, hey. Has Andrew Honest walked through these places? Has Andrew Honest walked? Yes, I give you the WhatsApp information. Hold on there. So my WhatsApp is 876. Oh, easy fix. What's up, my baby? 876 451 6535. That's 876 451 6535. Alright, they can WhatsApp me now. As a matter of fact, if anybody wants to call me and give their commentary on this, you're free to do so. I'm opening the phone lines. Zine, come on here, what going on. Look at this. Look how the place there. The place just look chaka and baga. Where's the cleanup? All of this just look a bit green on the window. It looked like a storm just passed through there for true. But the storm was so bad, all of that green was gone. That grey alone you could have seen. But the green kind of catch up at now, you know? Right? And guess what? We don't even know, ladies and gentlemen, we don't even know where the money gone. We don't have no accountability. There's no system put in place for us to track the money that we got. Even the inventories are not, according to the Auditor General report at ADPEM, inventories are not on point. Right? Remember, I said the Auditor General was doing a real-time audit, you know, when it came on to the relief that was coming in Jamaica. Remember, so she wanna do a real-time audit, you know. Right? Look on the place. You feel like so them things they not affect the people mentally. To wake up in the morning and see the place like that. It's like a look on the garbage. Look on everything. It's just it remind them of the fact that night. This is causing PTSD for persons mentally. Me now ask Christ. Common sense show me say this affair cause the people in PTSD. Post-traumatic PTSD, post-traumatic something like that syndrome. Right? It's like everywhere them look, them see when the storm they come hit them and remember moments where them experience that was horrifying. Nothing to lift the people in spirit, brother. Not to lift the people in spirit, virgin. Why may I tell you say, yo? Tell it to them, man.
From the storm blow, nobody not get nothing here, so. The lady said she get $37,000.
Hey, you know how much respect me have for Marvin, Edgar. For man, they out there, you know, and they out there and experience the people in my experience momentarily, you know. you know, for share that with we, for us so we can understand the level where the people them a go through, you know. Me not like Jamaica, me I go through some things personally, but this is not like this. Not even close. Right now, me feel like say me shouldn't even worry or in my mind I complain about nothing. Look where people them a go through. Normally, me not compare myself, but in this case, for maintain a state of humility and thanksgiving, it would benefit me to compare myself to these people's situation. This is a disaster. The people literally live with the disaster same way. Where is the help from the government? I was reading something in the paper where the ministry with Colonel Charles Jr. People can't even call them in, like them can't get them on the phone. Why you think that is? I'm going to take a wild guess. Could it be that there are so many people out there that actually need help that are calling in, and that's why the lines are blocked up? Could it be? After 5 months, you know? We are in 5 months now, ladies and gentlemen. November, December, January, February, within a March. We're in a 5 month, we're in the 5 month period right now. Since the monster hurricane hit us. And you're telling me that the Ministry of Labor has not done all the assessments as yet and has not reached at least everybody in some capacity that is effective, not just reach them, but reach them with effectiveness and efficiency. And these people, in those 4 months that I'm talking about, they are getting paid millions of dollars to do a job. They're getting paid millions of dollars to do a job. They have no real care for the people. I was watching something the other day and they were comparing Portia Simpson Miller. Can you imagine if Portia Simpson Miller was the Prime Minister of Jamaica? Let's just go back a little bit. From 2016, Jamaica made a terrible mistake. And in 2025, they compounded that mistake by about 100,000. In having Andrew Honest have any chance to take the election. And hear the people suffer. And I'm going to tell you something. Isaac Bakanan said it.
Can't give it.
Isaac Bakanan said it. Isaac Bakanan said it on his opening remarks in East Portland when he was talking about the lands. They came for the Jews. And you know more I find it because it's so profound. Let me find it. I don't want to misquote him in any capacity. Let me find it. Isaac Bakanan. One if in the plates the other day. Seven days ago. Hold on, let me see. Okay. Did he play it? I think this is it. No, that's probably not it.
The design stage. So the engagement that happens has to ensure that the best outcome for you in these circumstances is what we need to preserve. Development is always good. The people of Portland always complain about roads. I'm encouraging you to use the office of the Member of Parliament, which happens to have an attorney at law in there, and make your appointment for your private business. You don't need to tell the secretary and the assistants what the business is, but come and preserve your right, and I'm doing that for you for free. Please use it. Thank you.
That is a leader who care for the people. Them. Big up Isaac Bakanan. Every time. That is a leader that care for the people. Them. Right? And care for the people and well-being. Let me see me can find I think one of them are in play it, you know. In play Isaac Bakanan now one of them.
Antonio Primary School fit for purpose in Jamaica.
See I think I read also.
It's like about 34 endpoints at Norwich. It's a poorly ulterior road. Along this road, there's one bridge. It's going to be.
Thank you.
Sita.
Greetings.
Yeah, man. Sita, man.
I can't hear you, know. Greetings. All right. So I know that you're listening. I promise you I'm going to speak English. But first, there's a type of English that years after people not necessarily still don't figure it out. So I'm going to give you some Jesus English now. It may come in parable, but I promise you, I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and it will become clear.
All right, I need to clip this up because this right here, sir, is a profound moment. Let me clip up that part here. I'm going to record this. Hold on, my people. Hey, man, you know, say we're not going to do that, man. No, so that's why I have me on waiting in a man. Alright? No, say we're not going to do that. Let me see now. Yes. There we go. Start recording. So I want to do this, sir.
Necessarily still don't figure it out. So I'm going to give you some Jesus English now. It may come in parable, but I promise you, I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and it will become clear. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist.
Mm-hmm.
Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew.
Yes.
They came for the Venezuelans, and I did not speak out because
I'm not a Venezuelan.
Then they came for the Cubans, and I did not speak out because
I'm not a Cuban.
Then they came for the youth them where rub out them hand niggle and extrajudicial killings reach them, but I am not a. So I did not. Well, when they come for Boundbrook and Norwich, the people in Mansion Hill say, I did not speak out because what? But they forget that they are from Portland, and I'm including East and West. The point I'm making to you is this road, and I'm going to give you the hard truth, and listen to me. No member of parliament, whether they know how to dance, whether they know how to use a roller, whether you see them on the tractor, whether they make nice, fancy videos and say, look at the road that I give to you, they are not responsible for roads. The people responsible for roads, I don't want to throw Stephen Shaw under the bus, but if he's the communications person, is National Works Agency. I want you to hear me out. Now, what do I mean and why am I telling you this? I wear two hats. I'm your member of parliament, which means that I serve you in that capacity. I just happen to be an attorney like Mr. Stephen Shaw, and I am now forced, compelled to work in that capacity for you. Can you appreciate that? Yeah. So, for those who, and my ears clean, may use the cotton swab. Those who are mumbling and choking on their words to say, may I play politics and me shut up and do the business. I'm explaining something to you. This is serious business. This is your life. This is your neighbors. I do not care who you vote for or who you give your life to, whether it was Bustamante or Norman Man. I'm telling you to listen and wake up, because this is Portland issues and Jamaican issue. This is about housing. This is about displacement. This is about ensuring that you live somewhere at the end of this. And if it doesn't affect you, that your brother, your sister, your neighbor, or the person you don't like still have a roof over their head in a time when climate change is rampant and we don't know when the next hurricane is coming. So any attitude that you have, I hope I'm speaking English so you can appreciate that even if you don't like me, I am constrained and willing and happy to work on your behalf, because they who know not what I do put into control. So, having said that, just hear me out. No matter how you feel, no matter who you are, rich or poor, when you leave here, here's something I'm going to tell you. Me not ask Christ the bypass happen. Not me doing it. No matter how beautiful they say it, that road is happening. Here where we are now. Mr. Stephen Shaw said some beautiful words about Section 3. Let's talk about Section 3. It is a notice. Whether you say you get it or not, whether you looked at it, it is gazetted. There are properties. There are 313. I'm not Damien, so I did have 319. Can't count good. But hear me. Those structures belong to people, and it's blood, sweat, and tears that they use to have it. Many of you would have approached me, and I have files for a lot of you. So one of the most compelling ones is that you have your granny and your great-grandfather buried on structures, and you grow there, and that's where your entire life and existence is. Appreciate that. What you must preserve is value, because a bulk of you, when Stephen Shaw said, yes, you have the title, you present the title, and all is beautiful, and you run off in the sunset, and you get a piece of land in Fellowship and another piece in Mansion Hill, and you feel good. Somebody said, Jesus, but me not have the title. In fact, my granny did step on the land, and I did some me born, and nobody no show me no paper. Me never know the land never registered. Two things. It is called what the affluent people in Jamaica like to say, only squatters. I sat on the Privy Council, and other people in the world call it adverse possession. It is a right that you have that we are going to have to look into. It means if it is a private parcel, and Stephen gave you information about the different type of parcels, and I want you to listen. If you're on a piece of land, either government own it, or the person who own it gone a foreign long time and not coming back. You are there to the exclusion of everybody else. A pure land if 12 years pass, a pure land if 60 years pass. No matter what they say. So it would simply mean then that there are a number of things that you're going to have to do. Your neighbors and your witnesses will have to say, yes, a long time we know, say, Miss Bailey did dip on the piece of land, and the peg there, but as she lived there is her land. You understand? After that, we do affidavits to present the case to National Land Agency. I was hoping that a representative would be here, because the truth is, NWA and China Harbor, they want to do their road, and then that's their concern. National Land Agency is the agency that's responsible to interface with you. What we have to figure out is where we're going to live if they take the piece that I am on. And listen, and my hope is that when we engage NLAs, that they find alternative land spots and housing solutions in Portland, because you don't want to end up in Westmoreland because $500,000 can't build back house. You understand? So take it serious when I tell you, no matter how you feel right now, I am going to ensure, and I'm telling you this, that the value of what you have, and if they tell you it's just the house because you don't own the land, and you know that you own the land, we're going to speak about that. The advocacy is that they came for us, but because it's all of us and they are not like us, you know that song? Drake don't like that song. But anyway, we are going to ensure that we respond to preserve your interest. So your land right now, our land, and they come for our land, we're going to make sure that you get the best value for that land. Because there are some of you that will leave here and say, me not move, me not want to move, but when it comes, the aspect of it that is the compulsory acquisition is a very painful aspect. It goes and jumps through agencies and ministries sometimes, and you just get left in the
Shout out to
cold.
Robert and Russell.
And then you're going to say the MP never helped me, and that can't be right.
Oh my God.
You with me? So they're going to speak about the process of the Port Antonio bypass, the aspect of it. And I will say this, I'm not a hypocrite. Development is always good. The people of Portland always complain about roads. Even now, probably the road in front of where you live is in such a state that you're complaining. But it's Steve Shaw responsible for that, I promise you. No, it simply means then that while we cannot fight the bypass, a key thing that was said is it is in the planning stage, the design stage. That simply means that when they're finished, after they tweak some stuff, that 319, worst case scenario, maybe the structures may be more or it may be less. They may use your land or they may not use your land. So the engagement that happens has to ensure that the best outcome for you in these circumstances is what we need to preserve. That's why I am here today to listen also for you. Hopefully I'm speaking the same English and the same language like you, so that when you engage me privately, because when it comes to ownership of land and structures is really a private matter. Here's what I mean. You're in here and land herself and they're England and she want you to come out because money around and she want money. And that displaces you. You might be in a situation where there are multiple structures and all of a sudden the bigger brother said the one is a female. That's a private matter that we have to resolve before we engage National Land Agency. I'm encouraging you to use the office of the Member of Parliament, which happens to have an attorney at law in there, and make your appointment for your private business. You don't need to tell the secretary and the assistants what the business is, but come and preserve your right, and I'm doing that for you for free. Please use it. Thank you.
Come on, man. Come on, man. One Isaac Bakanan, you know. Never two, you know. Never two, bro. Never two. Alright. Let me put some respect on them two donation here. Robert. Thank you, bro. Gift from Robert Barracks. Big up yourself. Russell. What's up, my brother? Salute to you, my brother Bolo. I'm moving to Jamaica, and I'm also bringing your big head baby mama and your imaginary big head little baby to stay with you. But respect to you, brother. Keep going. Keep doing your thing. Hey, Russell, salute to you if you're still here, man. Oh, my God. Man, Russell always come and make me laugh, man. Salute to Russell, man. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, back to the matter at hand, right? Which is a very serious matter. I want to play that one more time, especially the first part, because the first part is really the part. You get me? This right here? Yeah, man. This right here? Yeah, this right here. This right here, the first part, right?
There's a type of English that years after people not necessarily still don't figure it out. So I'm going to give you some Jesus English now. It may come in parables, but I promise you, I want you to listen to what I'm saying, and it will become clear. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew.
Yes.
They came for the Venezuelans,
yes,
and I did not speak out because
I'm not a Venezuelan.
Then they came for the Cubans, and I did not speak out because
I'm not a Cuban.
Then they came for the youth them where rub out them hand niggle and extrajudicial killings reach them, but I am not a. So I did
never speak out.
Well, when they come for Boundbrook and Norwich, the people in Mansion Hill say,
them is not from Brownbrook and
I did not speak out because what?
Me not come from there, sir.
But they forget that they are from Portland.
Yes.
And I'm including East and West.
The moral of the story is, ladies and gentlemen, that not because it's not happening to you means that you should not speak out against what is wrong. That is why that is the essence of why I even do this on this platform. It is literally because I am a Garveyite. The philosophies and opinions of Marcus Garvey, that is it for me. You understand what I say? In terms of how we engage the world and how we engage each other. You know, being able to stand on our own 2 feet and doing for self and doing for each other essentially. That is the core of it all. And that's why it hurt me so much now, right? That we as a people refuse to do that for each other. Ryan Campbell, what are you doing? Here in Jamaica, look at the conditions in which the people are living in. Look at this. In Westmoreland.
One zinc to shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing.
Do you have
Jamaica. You see for me there? One zinc to shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing. You see for me there? I want some of the bathroom this.
Come on now, Jamaica. Come on now, Jamaica. These people are not people that wasted their lives and never had ambition and never, you know, tried and worked hard to do for self. A category 5 monster came and destroyed what they built. Not a fault of their own. These are people that work, they contribute to tax and all of that. Right? And you're telling me that after 4 months, the government has places like this in these conditions still? Why? What could be the excuse for that? Pernell Charles Jr., Andrew Honest. What could be the excuse for that? There's no excuse for this, you know? And we should not offer any. Because if you were in the same situation, you would want me, Bolo, and others to have the same energy for you in the situation. But a lot of you Jamaicans out there that are supporters of the 1 p.m., you guys are selfish. You guys are selfish individuals. Because it's not happening to you, then no wrong. Everything good. Allow the Prime Minister alone. What you want him to do? Make all type of excuse for him. Right? And you're not looking at the numbers. You're not looking at the bigger picture. Look how much money them get, Jamaica. Look how much aid them get. When it does clear, and there's a proper, complete audit of the amount of money where the Jamaican government get to help the people in Jamaica. Right? We are going to look back and say, but hold on. How comes after almost 5 months, you have people living like this?
I'm going to tell it this. So 1 sheet of zinc cover it, and a little plywood them round it. Yeah, me just to the lady and
ladies and gentlemen, no dignity. The dignity of the people in this area is stripped down to a bare nothing, zero, zilch, in a negative. That is the bathroom where the people in Mafia use. They had a house with a bathroom when locked off from people. When you see them, when them do them little thing, you know, them number 1 or them number 2, them don't even have a proper roof over them head. It's a zinc we have hole in there. See Marvin, they might wet up same way. You can imagine when the breeze is blowing Jamaica and the rain is falling and the people in Mafia use this to go outside something. Again, these are not people that did not work and have something tangible, a roof over them head. A category 5 storm, a monster destroyed their lives. Where is the urgency from the Jamaican Labour Party government, the Andrew Honest-led government? Where's the urgency? All they have been doing is tapping themselves on the back and telling the world and showing this impression that they have been doing an excellent job. They have been doing a great job, a phenomenal job. That's what they have been. That's what they have been doing. You understand? And I'm asking you the question: does this look like a phenomenal job to you? Why is the most affected area Westmoreland? We still have people in this condition. Isn't it sensible to think that you would focus on the most damaged areas first? You would focus all your energy into getting the assessments done complete, not halfway done, not somewhere done, complete as early as possible, so you can what? Give the people them the area them deserve. It's all about effort, you know, Jamaica. That's what it's all about, effort. And there is no real effort. There's no real effort from the government. They are doing the bare minimum and expect people to get excited. But what this situation requires is far beyond the bare minimum. It takes an extraordinary effort from leadership, right, to facilitate the aid and help of the people of Jamaica. You guys remember when I said the government was wicked and evil and damn near responsible for potential genocide of the people, talking about they want ID and TRN for people that need help like this? Look at the place, Jamaica. Why them would expect people to have ID and TRN? And I said it. Same way like how them get the people them vote without an ID when them go to the polling station, is the same way them can identify them when them do them assessment. Use the same methodology. You don't have your ID and you no worries. What your mother name? What her maiden name? When she did born? Where she come from? All of those little details where that person alone would know. And so boop, you say, alright, we know say John Brown, your house blow down and everything. This is how we are going to assist you. We can't get everything, you know, but this is how we're going to assist you. At least you have something firm and sturdy. You understand what I say? At least. Where are the container homes that Andrew has talked about? He was going to acquire. Have they given anybody those container homes yet, ladies and gentlemen? Or was it just a ruse? Something to you know, have the people them feel comforted that help is coming. Una ever see soldier they are war Jamaica and the captain tell them a lie, say help is coming and the help never comes? That is Andrew Honest government. The lady in play.
Jamaica, it rain start all fall. You see from me there? A Ferris in a Westmoreland. You see right here, sir? I want 2-bedroom there today. You see this? You see right here, sir, behind this? A people furniture. People in furniture still pack up inside here, sir. When me tell you, say, you so look like a when one bomb when Iran drop or Israel drop. That's why I want to look. See it here? A foundation, this is not supposed to be foundation. It's supposed to be foundation. People in furniture and things them. See there, under there. See there, and a lie we are telling furniture under there. If you look right
Jamaica, 4 months, 5 months after the storm. Look at the place. Just take a look at that. Just take a look at that. Take a look at that. It looked like the hurricane just hit Addy. Look how long the hurricane hit and look on the place how it look like the hurricane just hit. Mighty God.
cross.
Look there. Look there.
A beer like a hurricane passed last night.
Let me not tell you, man.
You hear me tell you now? I want to have one little man from upper ministry, a labor named Pernell Charles Jr. who come on TV. I can't take picture. I can't take picture about give people check. The people them know Ferris in a Westmoreland. See it here. The rubble still there. Furniture that are not appalling in a March. When you look on the people and place, nothing not there. I bathroom that down there, so. Let me show them. Let me show the people in bathroom.
And that are the first video, and then him play this. These are the second video. These are the bathroom.
So when I get wet.
These are the so-called bathroom, Jamaica.
Because I be a hole.
These are the so-called bathroom.
Jamaica, you see for me there? One zinc to shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing. You see for me there? I want somebody bathroom this. Somebody tell it this. So one sheet of zinc cover it, and a little plywood and rolling. Yeah, me just to the lady and she inside the place like house so. This is done by Ferris. Ferris in a Westmoreland. Everybody on this a stretcher and a one or two place. Me say Jamaica, me say one on a look at rubble. One on a look at rubble. Rubble. From the storm blow. Nobody not get nothing here, so.
My God.
The lady said she get $37,000. Then give for help with grocery. For a whoppy kill, friggin' fill
You
up.
hear that?
And that this the government, the work on.
Do you have
$37,000 the lady see. And this is one of many victims in Hurricane Melissa victims. Still, this is right now, Jamaica. This video was done 22 hours ago. This is not last year. Don't get it twisted. Uno not get it twisted. See there? 22 hours ago. See there right there, sir? On the screen. 22 hours ago. When I saw this, my jaw drop a ground. I said, no. I have to come do a live about this. I have to raise the alarm. This is madness. This is madness. You know, sometimes you have this feeling, say, yo, things really bad. But then when you see how bad it is, you realize you never had a clue how bad it is. That is what is happening in Westmoreland, Hanover, and all of these places. A lot of people. And it's like, the people them have so much pride, you know. Right? Them really don't want to ball out no more, you know, because them been a ball out from last year, nobody not help them, you know. And I believe that is one of the exact things that Andrew Wallace was depending on. You hear when he talk about the people and resilience? That is what he was talking about. The fact say, yo, you know, the people them, yeah man, just give them a little bit, you know, then we find a way we not have to really give them no heap of money. And then we can just go on like say we have to do something and do local PR and then just de-escalate the situation. Because them not go ball out the whole time. Right? And you remember when he talked about the people them not having, in them disgusting for true. Remember when he talked about the people them giving aid down there and how them to stop the video them. Because he want to show them up. Jamaica, we need back the whole of the video them. Everybody down our west, all of the social media people them, we have fight. Man like Marvin and everybody. Yo. Anybody who see them video, wanna take my number and send them to me. Me I go highlight everything. Me want to know what is really going on down our west. Now when the government are show we. You hear what me say? I want to know film all of the area them that is still in a disastrous state and send them to me. That's what I want you guys to do. Yeah man, send them to me, man. Send them to me, Jamaica. Because this is getting way out of hand. You understand? This is getting way out of hand. Look at this.
You see for me there? One zinc to shelter me. Rain a fall like a nothing. You see for me there? I want somebody bathroom this.
Yo, if Marvin Edgar the come tell me this without the video, I won't believe him. If he came and said, you know, so I got Westmoreland and Ferry, brother, and people still live outside without a roof over there. As a matter of fact, when rain fall, I want tarpaulin there over their furniture. in the middle of the building were flattened. Mother tell me say a lie, Mattel. I want to believe him. I want to believe him say it this bad. The way how the government talk and put out things, you would think that, yeah, man, the people, remember, so the man them have the PAAC meeting them with ad payment, man. And the man them outline how much money them send out and how much care package and, you know what I mean, this and that, and now the recovery stage gone to the next stage and how people are getting money and for help them for do all good thing and plywood and you will the man that make it seem like the government is doing so much. Colonel Charles Jr. Come like you and for your family, I want a weapon them reform against Jamaica a long time. You and your father and your sister. But God is in control. I'm telling all the while that my only saving grace to make me mentally calm about certain things. You understand when I see it unfold? God is in control. The suffering will last for a time, but it will not be forever. You understand? And all that way abuse the poor. Look at Isaac Bakanan. Let me show you something with Isaac Bakanan. Was it on Facebook? I think it was on Facebook. Did I share it? Let me see. I think I shared it, you know. Let's see if I shared it. Isaac Bakanan, through the help of the Diaspora, got some houses to help the people in Portland. I think I shared it. If I didn't, that's so. I don't know if you guys have seen that video. But with the limited resources, my point is this. With the limited resources that Isaac Bakanan has, Jamaica, right, as an MP, with the limited resources that he has, he was able to pull that off, galvanize people to help the people in sorry about that. To help the people in East Portland that was long forgotten and not being looked at by the government. They weren't focusing on the victims of Hurricane Melissa in Portland. No, they were not. They were not. Let me see if him put up the video upon him something here. So, are this? No, that is not it. That's not it. Somebody else put up the video up on Facebook, you know. Oh Lord. Let me see. Isaac presents container houses to East Portland residents. Let me see if I can find the video upon TikTok. I don't remember. I think this is it. No, that's not it. This is that a Portland. That a from last year. Yeah, they one there from last year. They one there for that. That a down or something there. Mr. Dr. Dayton Campbell constituency. You know what? Let me see if Shaka played. Let me see if Shaka played for the YouTube. Let me see if Shaka played for the YouTube. Colin Bell. See if him play it. Make sure you go subscribe to Portland Spice TV. Yes.
0.25%. You can take off the one that are like $7 billion, $8 billion. It's the total assets of the financial system are $3 trillion. And the asset tax is 0.25% of the total assets of the financial system.
So that's quarter. But there's another one. What the next one name will deal with the container shipping to go to the Red Sea, you know.
Yeah, man.
So
what way he put them on so I got there. I had them
different conversation.
yeah, brother.
by name repeatedly and accused them of partnering with the PNP in a bad mind campaign against the rural schools program.
That's not rocket science, George. If you look at the campaign.
Good morning, Mr. Vaz. What gave rise to this very, very strong statement we're seeing from you, where you call the Gleaner by name repeatedly and accuse them of partnering with the PNP?
Religious Freedom. This program is called Religious Freedom. And it is coming from Portland Spice TV.
Edgar did not turn up in the parliament.
Yes, Mike.
Why? King the rounds, meeting with world leaders, left, right, and center. Yeah, he's making the road.
With roads, sewage, all of that.
Thought I'd taken the call. The Colin Bell Show, we're live on Caribbean Radio 97. And we were saying that if you build some concrete house, you could have done them before February. And some people are saying bad mind with bad mind. So if February done on the house, then up, they must deliver their house on Friday, God.
Okay.
Because a man sent me them pictures and said, see house them, Shaka.
What?
Oh, that's not good. Anyway.
What do you mean?
Anyway. When them houses come, you see?
Yes.
And I believe when them come.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
They put them on government land.
Tell us something, man. May I move on, But me see the video with Isaac Bakanan, and them are fit in the house them also. Yeah, man, me see it. Me just want to show no. Now, this is some new stuff here, ladies and gentlemen. This is today. Alright, make me go in it. Make me go in it. Them back up Flight Green in a parliament. Mighty God. Them back him up in a parliament, Jamaica. All this I want him full backup. Me love it. PNP I work hard. 4 hours ago. Watch out. And so much things going today. No man, but them man in a ramp. Hey, mama. What is this? As Jamaica approaches budget debate. Okay. Alright, somebody see them there already. Let me hear this. Man at the moment.
The Minister of Finance says we're doing well. That is a fantasy. Who are the we of which he is speaking? Not the people in my constituency, not the people in East Rural St. Andrew or the people in Southeast St. Elizabeth. Only a few, the well-connected and the fortunate, are making money and living well. The Minister of Finance says...
Tell them, my boss.
So let me get to the questions. Head 22,000. NWC capital expenditure 26-27. 3.57 billion, and it's broken down into
Parliament play them. What's up there? Big up yourself, my baby.
518 million, continued implementation of water supply.
Antonio, big up.
320, improvement of major potable water transmission. 870 million other projects. My question to you is, can the NWC manage, question one, can the NWC manage the execution of these projects? That's one. Question two, what changes are being made to the project management and procurement department to guarantee the delivery of these projects to the people of Jamaica?
Thank you, member. Last year, the NWC would have been allocated some $11 billion to its capital projects. The NWC would have also implemented $1.8 billion through its own revenue. The government, well, certainly the ministry is happy to report that we would have expended these funds. Now, the budget book, based on when it would have been printed, would not account for the fact that $7 billion of pipes have been paid for. It will recognize it in next year's budget when they are delivered in June and the construction starts. But the remainder of last year's or this year's allocation has indeed been expended, including internal work. So I'm satisfied on the procurement side, member, that the National Water Commission and indeed the Ministry's Water Policy Unit are able to procure the works associated with the budgets which are provided. As it relates to the project management of our existing works, yes, I am satisfied that the Water Commission, through its engineering units and the contractors it has selected, can indeed implement against the project designs that they have.
All right, so question asked, question answered straight. So we are going to hold him to this now. I'm satisfied. All right, let's continue.
Follow-up question. You have here under 22,000 also pipeline and transmission main replacement, $322 million budget for 26-27. Which parishes and communities will be affected and how many customers this will impact overall?
Sorry, remember, you mind telling me exactly which budget you're looking at, which page you're on?
22,000. Head 22,000.
Which page, member? Okay.
All right, I'll get to that pretty soon, but could you, Minister, I have a question, and it's in regards to, I've been searching the document here
like
for in
and
terms
share
of
the live,
solar
guys.
technology.
Thank
We just
you.
went through a hurricane in the country, a Category 5 hurricane, and I would have thought more or less that a portion of the budget would have been allocated or increased for solar technology, knowing that JPSCO was down for a while. And I speak about the Logwood water treatment plants and other treatment plants across St. Elizabeth and Western Jamaica that was out of commission. Is there a plan within the commission to strategically focus on solar technology going forward?
Thank you for that question, member. The Water Commission this year will continue to pursue 2 large-scale PPPs, which will significantly transform the energy situation of the Water Commission.
Minister, 22,010. The Western Parish Supply and Resilience Improvement, you speak about 11 billion for Trelawney, St. James, Hanover, and Westmoreland. I'm of the view that, for example, this will basically affect the coastline from Trelawney into the west end of Negril due to the development of the tourism sector. And the residents of this country will not be the ones who will be prioritized. And I say that against the backdrop that rural water is where most persons in rural Jamaica, rural water come in and do their feasibility study, and after procurement and all of that, you get water. But I'm looking at the budget here, the 11 billion, and I'm of the view that when it comes to the budget of rural water, I see here $223 million for year 26-27. Can the minister shed some light on rural water, the $11 billion project versus that of the 4 or 5 parishes that you speak about that it will impact? Is there an increase in the budget for rural water in terms of executing so that persons in rural Jamaica can feel the impact of this $11 billion with the expansion? Minister, public bodies, page 265, island-wide metering. You often get complaints from your customers at the NWC about defective meters. 35,000 new meters for 2025, 2026, 216 million budgeted, yet 0 spent. Could you elaborate on this one, please?
There was a delivery issue based on supply chain disruptions caused by a number of factors. We expect to get them in the new financial year very early.
All right, next question. Minister, what's the current fleet stock at the NWC? And I ask this question because on same page 265, you have, you plan to spend this year, 26-27, you plan to spend $656 million on new motor vehicle purchase. What portion of this is trucked water trucks?
In terms of the purchase of water trucks,
Yes. What portion of it? 656 million.
Remember, it is contemplated that we'll purchase an additional 8 water trucks and 30 service pickups out of this allocation.
30 service pickups?
Yeah.
And how many water trucks?
Currently have 20 water trucks and 300 vehicles total in the fleet.
Okay.
Hey, Mr. Ian, Him not play no. Mr. Ian is not play no. But my man, they turn up with the answer them though. I have to give him that. What him name?
Minister.
What him name? I forgot his name, sorry.
In the terms of the MOU.
Minister,
we have enjoyed this relationship with Cuba for 50 years. Practically the same terms of the MOU.
Yes.
Why the sudden urge to renegotiate the terms of the MOU? Did you get complaints from the Cubans working here about their working conditions?
The agreement expired in 2023, and we've been trying to negotiate it since then, to renegotiate, to renew. There were things that were less problematic. There were issues that were easily solved. We're going to put after the I program and the general medical program together in one document. Not going to have two anymore. We're going to look at the issue of the ability to celebrate Cuban national days here, etc. Things that were very easily solved. And then there were some which were not. And those issues are problematic under Jamaican law. They had not been reviewed historically. In the closer review, it was clear that they needed to change. And we had hoped that with the sensitivity and good faith and relative, I would say, let me leave it at sensitive way in which the negotiations were conducted, not in the public domain, that we would have in good faith been able to reach an agreement. And it is regrettable that we were unable to so do.
Minister, I'm reliably informed that you gave them a deal that they just could not accept. You wanted to pay them directly. They would pay taxes, and then I'm asking for confirmation.
What's wrong with
I'm
that,
asking
sir?
for confirmation.
Member.
And then, I'm
Member.
asking for confirmation.
Member.
You,
Is that a yes or no?
you have to remain focused on the line item on the page.
All right, okay,
Line item on the
all right,
page.
understood. All right,
And be guided, you're protected. Just use the mic.
okay. All right, understood, Chair. One final question. Was this decision to renegotiate it influenced any at all by the United States government?
No.
It was not.
This is, you know, we are in an environment where it is clear that there have been concerns expressed by the United States government about the operation of Cuban medical programs across the world. So clearly they had expressed concerns about all programs and accordingly would have expressed concerns about Jamaica. You would have heard us defending the program in various contexts because when they come here, we do our very best to be respectful and ensure that our treatment of them accords with the laws of Jamaica and best international labor law practice. Where the program came into conflict with those things, unfortunately, we were unable to reach agreement on correcting them, and that is why the program has ended.
So we just decided to change the rules of the game after 50 years. Thank you.
However you wish to interpret.
Minister, we have enjoyed this.
Hey, Mr. Then can't manage Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes.
But it is fine.
After 50 years.
Minister,
you see,
we have enjoyed.
You see, this is why I don't respect the labor right them, you know. None of them in an MP. I don't respect none of them. They can never give you an honest answer. Honesty escapes them, ladies and gentlemen. Because all she did was run around the bush and actually say exactly why they were influenced to end the contract with the Cubans. It is because of the United States. Why you can't just say it? What is so hard in saying, yes, that was the main reason why we ended it. Because all this going around talking about, so what are you admitting then? You're admitting that Jamaica was operating with Cuba and not following labor laws for 50 years? Is that what you're suggesting? I want you to listen to what she say again here, saying Jamaica. The words from her own mouth, you know. Is this a cogent answer? Talking about whatever you want to interpret. Listen to this.
In an environment where it is clear that there have been concerns expressed by the United States government about the operation of Cuban medical programs across the world. So clearly they had expressed concerns about all programs and according to
clearly the Jamaican government took that to account in making their decision. Argument done. We don't need everything else that she said after this, not necessary. Listen to this.
Have expressed concerns about Jamaica. You would have heard us defending the program in various contexts because
this is where the politics come in, you know. She is trying to save face She's trying to save face. Nobody said you guys did not come out and defend Cuba. Nobody said that. The man asked you a simple question. Did you, and I noticed this with all of the labor rights them, when they answer question in the parliament, most of them, let me not say all, because Matty Samuda actually answered the question them directly, instead of growing in our bush. Listen to Favor Williams yesterday, ladies and gentlemen, when they were asking about the taxes and the health. She about shuffling and go all over the place until she realized she was outside of her depth and had to say, listen, go and ask the Minister of Health about that. That not have nothing to do with finance. Only not realize that. Now here comes Miss act like so she nice. But really and truly she have a mean streak. Whenever see her mean streak come out, nasty. It's not a good look. She has a very mean streak, ladies and gentlemen. I must tell you, I've been watching her very carefully. Right? And she seems to be always outside her depth. I don't know why we are wasting tax dollars to pay this lady for be Minister of Foreign Affairs. Most of the time when the people need help overseas is like she helpless. She asks Cuba to give her directives on how to get her students them and our people them from Cuba in case anything. What? Yeah, we're so close to Cuba. Hey, listen, Cuba, this is what we need to do. Boop, 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 boop. These are my suggestions. No suggestion from you. You just try to get directives from Cuba and them in a crisis. But listen to yours of this.
They come here, we do our very best to be respectful and ensure that our treatment of them accords with the laws of Jamaica and best international labor law practice. Where the program.
So you are saying that Jamaica follow the laws of Jamaica when dealing with the Cubans. You are saying that Jamaica follow the laws and the international laws. And then after that you say this? Uno listener good enough, Jamaica. More uno listener good enough.
Where the program came into conflict with those things, unfortunately we were unable to reach agreement on correcting them, and that is why the program.
So now you're telling us that uno follow the law, but there was a point where it actually broke the law, and then when you now renegotiate things, when you couldn't come to an agreement. And now, because of the untransparent government, we will not know what those details were. Keep it hush-hush. What were the things that actually caused an issue between the Cuban doctors? Don't the people of Jamaica need to know? Because we have benefited significantly. Right? This is what they do, Antonio. This is what they do because they know so they might get rubbed out on social media. Them can't be honest. People are rubbed them out on social media after 50 years of loyal service. You know how much time Cuba come to the defense of Jamaica in terms of helping us and giving us aid and giving us assistance through the professionals that they have, the doctors. You know how much lives the Cuban doctors have saved in Jamaica. You know how much people they make sure so they get help. I don't give a damn about the United States and for them issue with Cuba. Jamaica should stand on business when it comes to Cuba and how Cuba helped us. That is our neighbor. Cuba is a definition of a neighbor. They have always been there. And this baga government can't even be honest about the facts that the United States are the reason why them done with Cuba. Them can't even be honest about that, Jamaica. They can't even be honest about that. You think Dr. Das don't know what I'm talking about? When he say he's been reliably informed about the actual reason why them dash them way. Let me play that back phone. And you see how them get mad in a court watcher, in a parliament, listen to this.
That you gave them a deal that they just could not accept. You wanted to pay them directly. They would pay taxes. And then I'm asking for confirmation.
What's wrong with So Dr. Dawes is saying, I've been reliably informed that you wanted to pay them directly and you wanted them to pay taxes. That sounds like a capitalistic agenda, not true? That sounds like it fit, not true, Jamaica? Uno like and share up the video. Uno like and share up the video, please, and thanks. That sounds like a capitalistic agenda to me. And the Jamaica Labour Party is a capitalistic movement. Them is all about capitalism. And let us be frank, the United States is all about capitalism. So, where it appears as if that, taxes were being escaped, ladies and gentlemen, where it appears if that taxes was being escaped, because the country, Cuba actually pay for them people, Jamaica don't pay them, So when them working here, that is essentially the issue, ladies and gentlemen. That is essentially the issue. And Cuba, a standpoint with them a standpoint. Yes, man. And something there. When name the USA push this government into a corner because we have an uncertified leader that can't stand for nothing. Him cannot stand on anything. You know how many of them benefited from Cuban doctors being in Jamaica. You know how much of them family benefited from Cuban doctors. They are some of the best doctors in the world. But I will move on. I will big up Mr. Alfred Dawes. You understand? Yes.
You indicated at the outset, Minister, about
yes.
the change.
Yes, no. When they call it?
History. Yes. From national.
Pressure.
You indicated at the outset, Minister, about the change in the title of the ministry. Yes. From national security to national security and peace. Yes. I'd love you to elaborate on what constitutes the peace portfolio in the ministry. I was trying in perusing the estimates to see what specifically is provided for on the peace.
Brother, the peace part of PR, because them under pressure, because them a kill off youth them. Them a kill off innocent youth them in Jamaica, and them under pressure. People them a see it. That's why I'm coming to talk about blood money at one time. I know him not apologize. I go in for go.
And whose responsibility that is within the ministry, where the executing arm in the ministry for the peace portfolio. And I asked that question against the background, Minister, with a broader picture. All of us in this house and all well-thinking Jamaica welcome the murder reduction and the shootings in the country. That is what we all have been clamoring for some time.
However,
and to the extent that we get some increases, welcome. It is what we wanted.
However,
but I've said elsewhere, and I say it again here, Minister, reduction in murders, shootings, though welcome, does not by itself constitute security. And that's where the whole element of peace comes in. And I want to get a sense of what is the nexus between reduction in crime, reduction in murders, reduction in shootings, and a sense of security. Again, I've said it. We want murders to go down, but also want the people in the country to go about their normal business with a sense of security, of safety, that their lives are not threatened. So if you could give us a sense of that. And I said that's where peace ties in to that whole reduction of murders. What's one? Minister, while where's that welcome significant reduction, no understating the extent of the reduction, but there has been a corresponding increase in police fatalities.
I see what's up.
The concern that the public has, I'm not speaking on my own behalf, there's a significant increase in fatalities.
Of course.
That's a matter of record. That's not an opinion. And it is of concern. And I would like, and the country would like, for that to be addressed in a manner that they feel satisfied. And when we raise these concerns as opposition in this parliament, it's not about us as opposition, it's on behalf of the country.
Exactly. Thank you.
And it ought not to be dismissed. You indicated at the outset, Minister, about the change in the title of the ministry. Yes. From national security to national security.
If me rate this man one more time, it needed to be said. It needed to be said. It needed to be said. Big up yourself, General Mr. Fitzjackson. Big up yourself. Right? Yes, man.
You indicated at the outset, Minister, about the change in the title of the ministry.
Minister, we have enjoyed this relationship with Cuba for 50 years.
Follow-up question. So let me get to the questions. Head 22. So
you indicated at the outset, Minister.
All right. So them they play already.
Minister.
Them they play already. Which one this now? See it now.
The Auditor General had flagged several procurement breaches, about $500 million of projects that had no documentation for it. With the same management, the same board in place, even when we are facing a revolt against senior management by the staff currently, are you confident giving that same institution $1.38 billion with all of the procurement issues presided by over the same management that is there now?
Well, first of all, I am not going to comment too much on the Cornwall issue. I know the UE issue. I've heard you comment extensively on it and appear to have sometimes more information than I. What I will say, however, is that it's not the same management. There is a different manager in the institution, Mr. Eric Hussein. The board has been adjusted, but the chairman remains the same. The chairman did not preside over the entire process. And as you know, or should know, the board is made up of nominees from various entities, not just from the minister's nomination. In fact, as Minister of Health and Wellness, I nominate a minority of the board members of the University Hospital, 8 of 18. The others coming from the University of the West Indies and from a few other medical bodies. So it's while I could have changed the nominee for chairman, in my judgment, I thought he could manage with the board members that were there and others that were nominated, and the change management. Plus, of course, you would have heard that we appointed an oversight team to look at the institution with all of its complexities and to make some recommendations, which I'm awaiting in another month or 6 weeks. They have 3 months or so. When we get that report, we will make whatever decisions around what is being recommended. It's a competent team. There are representatives from the University of the West Indies, from the private sector, and they possess, I believe, the skill sets to assess the systemic challenges at the university, which are challenges that has a historical context, as you know, well before my time in terms of procurement processes and so on. But I'm not prepared to cast any judgment as of now until that report comes forth, and at that point, we will comment more authoritatively on it, and that will find its way as far as the cabinet for its guidance.
So I should take it from your statements that the CEO is currently on vacation leave, is not coming back? Because you said there's a new CEO.
There's a new acting CEO. I make no judgment.
But the CEO is on vacation.
Yes.
So he's technically still the CEO.
There's a CEO on the job working, which is not the same,
until the CEO comes back from vacation.
No, listen to me.
We're talking about the $1.3 billion.
Remember,
it's not going to be spent.
You're going to ask the question and allow the minister to answer.
There is a CEO on the job.
Hey, you see, they can't manage. Dr. Alfred Dawes a real party shot government. Watch him face. Zoom in on him face, Jamaica. Zoom in on him face. Watch ya. He might get red. Watch ya. Pressure, one, that pressure tough time. You have to resign. You feel left from out of our blurt not parliament, out of our country, out of our life. I pray God deal with you. You, blouse and skirt. What am I wicked? Look on him face. Mr. Market me.
There's a CEO on the job now. And there's a board with a board chairman. And there's a committee that is assessing to provide some information.
What I'm asking, Minister, is how long is the tenure of the acting CEO? And will he still be in place after the CEO who has tenure comes back from his vacation?
And I'm saying to you that the board, the board provides the guidance on those decisions. And I have confidence in the board to make that decision when the time comes. There are many things that are happening at this point in time. You will recall that the board called in the fraud squad, for example, who are investigating. I don't know where those investigations are going to lead or who may be implicated, or what may be the results. There are members here, yourself included, who have spent time defending your own involvement or lack thereof. I cast no judgment on that either.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is a very fluid situation. From my vantage point, I have appointed a board with a chairman, a committee to look at the systemic challenges within the institution, and there is a temporary CEO to govern the day-to-day activities. And I believe that's the best we can do at this point until further notice based on all else that is happening.
So it's safe to say that there is no new CEO. There's no newly appointed CEO.
Can you move on to the next question?
No, answer the question. At UHWI, the Auditor General had flagged several procurement breaches.
Wait. The man asks a simple question. Is there any new CEO in a Jesus name? What do you mean move on to your next question? Is it a yes or no? Is it a fire the man? Right? Or the acting CEO is going to when he come back off a leave, the acting CEO will go about in business. What is hard in answering the question? Can you say, listen, based off the investigations, it would lead to, or say, I don't know what's going to happen. It's all based off the investigation. What is so hard in saying that? But me love how the People's National Party have beat them and hey, listen to me, uno don't play nice in a parliament, rub them out. And a whole heap of there to rub them out, pan. Rub them out as Dre Barney that say. Dre Barney say, and now stop rub out the labor right them. Big up Dre Barney anyway there. Dre Barney that say, now stop rub out the labor. No man, but this is bad though, Jamaica. We cannot get definitive answers from most of the Labour right MPs them in regards to nothing. Everything is up in the air. Finance is up in the air. The whole the country are run in terms of board members on key areas in the healthcare system, right? We can't get no real answers about the police force. What a thing. All systems down. Hey, the apostle, tell Andrew, it's going to be a tenuous tenure. A very short and tenuous tenure. Huh? You think say God gonna allow you for there so and I deal with you so for so long? Brother, you have to go, Bridget. You got to go.
Head 4234, Bellevue Hospital. We have spoken quite a bit about mental health.
Yes.
And destigmatization. In a recent visit to Bellevue, I can assure you Bellevue is not an 800-bed facility. Some wards are unusable. They're in a deplorable state, and they cannot house patients. Patients are frequently, I'm told, turned away. But yet there's no capital budget. And this hospital is not included in any of the capital projects.
What's the question?
The question is, why doesn't Bellevue have a capital budget so it can have proper facilities, repairs, expansion, since we value mental health so much?
All right, so I do agree with you, member, that mental health is a real challenge. And the truth is, Bellevue has been doing a very good job in managing its component of that portfolio. The other aspects of it being the parish mental health teams that are across the country and hospitals and in the field. So you can't assess the mental health function by just looking at Bellevue. Having said that, Bellevue is the premier mental health institution. There is a 200 million in the budget to support technical studies to look at the redevelopment of Bellevue. Now, where are we with that process? It's now in the final stages of the procurement process. The intention, and I believe I had spoken to it before, is to build a 100-bed acute facility, a new building, as part of the new Bellevue in terms of inpatient care, acute care, as well as to look at the rest of Bellevue to determine how best to move it forward. So what I'll assure you and the country is that over the next few years, the Bellevue will be transformed to representing a more modern mental health facility, as well as supporting the other elements of mental illness in the field where...
Brother, we don't trust you. Tough time, we don't trust you. We don't trust nothing that come out of your mouth. Why? Because of Cornwall Regional Hospital. You made assurances about Cornwall Regional Hospital. And I'll know we're not done. billions of dollars more later. We don't trust you. Nothing you say is credible. No well-thinking Jamaican don't trust Christopher Tufton. None. Not even one sensible man don't trust you. Mr. Market me. So I just have a be a gibberish chat that are going on 1 year and come out. No sensible somebody can take you seriously. Let's continue. Mighty God.
The 2016 Earl Wright report on mental health and homelessness, more of the mental health functions are to be conducted in communities as opposed to institutionalization. That's a new approach. And we have started that process.
As you speak about reintegration or doing mental health work in the communities, you speak about an increase in the reintegration rates, yet you have cut the occupational and reintegration budget. How can you demand more with less?
So first of all, your interpretation is incorrect. Let me try and just clarify the vision for you. The vision is to focus on treating patients within their communities through outreach, to institutionalize less. And the Bellevue operation itself had most of its patients there, more than half, who were there more as social cases. So persons whose conditions were controlled through medication or otherwise, but had nowhere to go. And as a consequence, were living at Bellevue as a social case. Part of the overall redevelopment is to separate the population, move those out or somewhere else, some sort of a halfway house, for want of a better terminology, and to minimize inpatient care by treating acute cases within a period of time and then managing those cases outside of the institutionalization.
The problem with that, Minister, is that you cannot treat them acutely if you have no beds.
I just spoke to you about the expansion.
The expansion, but what about now?
Well, people are there now. And there are always short-term efforts to improve the conditions if there needs to be. But the transformation of Bellevue is going to be a much more comprehensive project. And I can assure you, member, that during the course of this financial year, we will unveil what that transformation will look like in terms of concrete, mortar, and bed count, and where the focus will be. But again, let me emphasize, the issue is not to institutionalize, and that's the best practices globally, by the way. I'm going by the advice of the experts. And I would certainly commend the 2016 report, Mental Health and Homelessness Task Force report, which is available to give you some indication as to what we're working on and what we have been working on.
I understand the plan for greater community-based care and call it downsizing of Bellevue that has been around from about 2007. But it's not.
I'm referring to the more modern, recent 2016 report.
The idea has been around, but it's not working. Every now and again we hear about somebody who assaults someone, but we've heard the horror stories, chopping up someone, grabbing a policeman's gun, using a hammer, and then the community descends on them. And all of this stems from poor community management. When you have an acute psychotic break, you hardly have teams that are out there. That is underfunded. When they go to the hospitals, they're kept on the regular wards, and the staff cannot manage them. And in many instances, they are right in the emergency departments beside acutely ill patients. You have someone with a heart attack here and a psychotic patient making a lot of noise, being boisterous. The system is just not working. And whereas I commend the idea that you're looking for, the idealistic approach, we have to do something now. And there must be something in the budget, some reallocation, where you can fix up some wards or pay attention to some of the community, the parish hospitals, type B hospitals, type C hospitals, and see if we can address that psychiatric issue.
Remember, first of all, I think if you want to explore the full policies and programs of mental health, you have to go way beyond what those manifested symptoms are suggesting, which are not good, and I accept that. But mental health has become a bigger problem than it has been over the last decade for a number of reasons, which I won't go into. And the ministry has been tackling the mental health challenges at all levels of the society. And I can give you information on the schools, where we have trained over 500 teachers to recognize challenges with students. The award-winning Do Your Share project, which won an award in London last week for its effectiveness on the ground, that involves the wellness bench and all the other things that go with that at the level of schools. We have actually expanded some of the mobility at the parish level. Still need to do more, so I'm not suggesting that it is perfect. And you also have to make a connection between the very infrastructure build-out that you cited earlier and the capacity to treat with, among other things, mental health cases. So the Cornwall Regional and Western Child and Adolescent will move the capacity of that location to almost 700 beds from the 400. And
Cornwall Regional will not be done yet.
That capacity will allow for better facilities and treatment, Spanish Town Hospital with add bed capacity, similarly so, and I could go on and on. So while I do agree that the cases that have represented deviant behavior and where innocent victims have been, persons have become victims, and that's something we need to deal with whenever it happens and try to prevent it. It's not to take away from the fact that a lot has been done, even though more needs to be done, and that the government is pursuing a more holistic approach from the schools, in the communities, and through the expansion of some of the infrastructure that is taking place. So I do expect to have a more effective strategy based on all of these developments, including the Bellevue's development.
Head 4234, Bellevue Hospital. We have spoken quite a bit about mental health.
Yes.
All them do is promise. The man that try to explain to him, say, brother, it has not worked. It's not working. You understand what I say? And I'm talking about preventative measures. When will we ever see those preventative? You think I be a foolish is not chatting? Be a foolish is not chatting. You see people who have mental health. Listen, let me tell you something. If you think say you strong, check them. Come like them demon possess. You remember good. And not normal. Right? So that I want serious thing. Right? When we have people where we have victims of those things. We need the proper people and we know how to deal with them. And you need the proper facility for hold them too. Them can't mix with other people in a regular ward. A serious concern them there. No,
Thank you, Chairman. Minister, you spoke briefly about the cocoa industry. Thank you, Chairman. Minister, you spoke briefly about the cocoa industry. Just for the benefit of especially St. Mary, Portland, and St. Thomas farmers, can you speak what the plans are for the banana and the cocoa industry in the next fiscal year?
Well, so for banana sector, clearly we are now in the rebound stage, recovery and rebound stage. We have suffered tremendous blow from Hurricane Melissa. Out of the catastrophe fund that they have, they would have already gotten some allocations, largely towards nutritional support, and then the ministry would have provided a $100 million program of recovery, and we've started distribution, not just to commercial, but to small farmers across all parishes. So normally it's direct grants that allow them to treat with nutritional support. In some cases, we provide fertilizer that we purchase and bring to them, right? But we also provide chemicals and clearly some training to help them rebound. We have seen after Hurricane Beryl, they rebounded very well based on the same program, which is administered by the Banana Board and RADA. We expect the same. In relation to cocoa, we've done a lot of work on, as I said, cauterizing, going into the field, working with the technical team, getting rid of the frostipod plants, helping to train the farmers in terms of what to look out for. Now we are moving into the replanting phase, right? So we've been working with a number of our nurseries to tolerant varieties, to frostipod, and now we're going to be distributing. So we've identified some farmers which will be, those marquee first old farmers, and then we will expand.
You mentioned trucking earlier, that the RADA trucks are available to assist farmers who want to get products to market. And you mentioned storage. Again, I'm asking specifically to St. Mary, Portland, and St. Thomas, what are the plans? How many trucks do you have in your fleet to provide that kind of assistance to farmers who may need to come into the tourist areas or into Kingston? And what plans do you have for building out storage in that region?
All right, so our trucking system is well, a couple of things. We're doing this as an
Jamaica, dead, right the same dead. Hey, Mr. Omanuel, normal. Hey, set me on if you're proud here. When Omanuel go in a place, the man always ask them some key question. You see your master a while ago? Let me play that back. You see your master a while ago? Let me go here where I go conjure up right now in Jesus' name. Mighty God, listen to this. Make we hear this.
On storage in that region.
All right, so our trucking system is well, a couple of things. We're doing this as an intervention, especially where farmers have excess agricultural produce. It's not that you have a farm and, we don't want it to be abused, right? We have another haulage service. We have 5 trucks in the fleet and we've been using it to target the glut, right? Very, very important we look at that. In relation to storage.
Pause. Make we go back to where him talk about the truck them a while ago. 5 truck in our fleet. Make we listen to that brother carefully, you know. Mighty God. No, we're not gonna make him escape. No, him not gonna escape. Listen to this.
For our banana sector, clearly we are now in the rebound stage, recovery and rebound stage. We have suffered tremendous blow from Hurricane Melissa. Out of the catastrophe fund that they have, they would have already gotten some allocations, largely towards nutritional support. And then the ministry would have provided $100 million program of recovery. And we've started distribution, not just to commercial, but to small farmers across all parishes. So normally it's direct grants that allow them to treat with nutritional support. In some cases, we provide fertilizer that we purchase and bring to them, right? But we also provide chemicals and clearly some training to help them rebound. We have seen after Hurricane Beryl, they rebounded very well based on the same program, which is administered by the Banana Board and RADA. We expect the same. In relation to cocoa, we've done a lot of work on, as I said, cauterizing, going into the field, working with the technical team, getting rid of the foster pod plants, helping to train the farmers in terms of what to look out for. Now we are moving into the replanting phase, right? So we've been working with a number of our nurseries to grow out the tolerant varieties to foster pod, and now we're going to be distributing. So we've identified some farmers which would be, those marquee first out farmers, and then we will expand.
You mentioned trucking earlier, that RADA trucks are available to assist farmers who want to get products to market. And you mentioned storage. Again, I'm asking specifically to St. Mary, Portland, and St. Thomas. What are the plans? How many trucks do you have in your fleet to provide that kind of assistance to farmers who may need to come into the tourist areas or into Kingston? And what plans do you have for building out storage in that region?
All right, so our trucking system is well, a couple of things. We're doing this as an intervention, especially where farmers have excess agricultural produce. It's not that you have a farm and, we don't want it to be abused, right? We have another haulage service here. We have 5 trucks in the fleet and we've been using it to target the glut, right? Very, very important we look at that. In relation to storage, we've done a very good project in St. Mary. St. Mary was one of the first with funds through JASIP that we work with a farmers cooperative in St. Mary to build out some, not renewable, but to build out some storage containers. Right? Yes. Right? And that has gone well. It's managed by the farmers. They have set up really good market linkages. And clearly, wherever there's a high production zone, that there's a lack of storage, we will see what we can do in that regard.
So final question is on fisheries. I notice I'm not seeing anything as it relates to the hatchery that is being built out in Twickenham Park. Is that now complete?
No, there's an allocation in there to complete the hatchery. I think it's about 100 million. And we do expect that we will complete the hatchery this year, right? There were some technical challenges as we built it out. And clearly we want to ensure that we get the best in class, right? And we would have sent some of our technical persons abroad to train, to look at what they did, what they're doing abroad, and they would have come back, look at our hatchery, and we had some technical changes. That is being dealt with, so the hatchery will be finished this year, which will significantly improve our fry production.
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Oh, we're also doing 2 other things, which may be important. We have developed a prawn hatchery, right, where we're growing our prawn and distributing it, and we are doing cage culture now. So out in St. Thomas, we are working with the FAO to deploy cages to grow snapper, and we plan to scale that up as soon as we finish the pilot.
What's the plan for the management of the hatchery? Is it going to be managed by the Fisheries Authority, or are you using a joint venture?
We're exploring options. Clearly, the Fisheries Authority will take charge of it, but we have to ensure that it is as efficiently managed as possible. We've had good management thus far of the hatchery. What we had was a low capacity, right? We are exploring all options. I'll leave that.
Thank you, Chairman. Minister, can you spoke?
I guess this are the same one this. That are with Tufton, yeah. We got through that already. Which one is now?
Just for the benefit of especially St. Mary, Portland, and St. Thomas Farmers, can you speak what?
We got through the different one is. All right, perfect.
I'm looking at public bodies, page 112, Sugar Company of Jamaica Holdings Limited. One of the points on the operational plan is to strengthen land management and lease administration by ensuring it is in productivity. But there's a question. We understand that the arrangement is to lease land for production, but is there any targeted approach to identify a crop that would eventually replace sugar? Because we understand most of these lands that we're now putting into lease agreements were sugar lands before. So naturally we're thinking outside of the box now. So is there a targeted approach to identify that crop that would eventually replace what was once the king of agriculture?
I think, let's put it this way. There's a targeted approach to look at what crops would be ideal for the parcels of land, right? And different parcels may give rise to different crops, right? We've seen different salinity levels. We have to take a data-driven approach. The thinking that there may be a one crop might not be the case, right? What we have seen, for example, yam has become, king now, right? In terms of the numbers. However, in some areas, for example, like in Westmoreland, right? We have had strong proposals around things like bamboo, right? Which, again, it is something that gives itself to the same sort of land, soil type. We've done a pilot of 14 acres down there, and there has been plans.
Why I asked, Minister, you mentioned Westmoreland directly, and I was wondering if there will be any consideration for a conversation with the Ministry of Industry to see if we can target, for example, cannabis as that particular crop, since it is already naturally marketed overseas as Jamaican, and I think we're way behind. I know it's not your ministry directly alone, but because we're way behind in where we should be with regards to developing this particular proposal, I'm wondering if this particular crop could be identified as that one crop, which will be, as I said, already marketed across the world to be Jamaican. So it's something we could tap into. So I'm just asking if the ministry would be thinking of having that conversation. I'm not saying this is
the conversation,
but to start that conversation so we can look into that particular
crop. Them no want hear that.
Going forward.
You did indicate, and it's something, it does fall under a different ministry, right? The Ministry of Agriculture is always here and is always ready to partner to help every farmer, right? I'll leave it at that.
Leave it at that. I will talk more about it.
Seriously, you'll have to ask the minister.
Honestly,
the charge. I don't want to.
It's a serious issue, though. We'll discuss it further. Yeah. But last question of this, somebody just asked me to ask you again. I know it's another collaboration, but with regards to the agricultural wardens, has the Ministry of Security given you a timeline as to when this particular program will be put in place?
Well, you heard the Minister of Security yesterday indicate that there's an allocation in the budget but this year, we hope we can get it operationalized in the first quarter. We were down the road. A lot of what was left was paperwork, and the good news is that the resources is there, right? So, as you heard the Minister, it is part and parcel of the Agricultural Protection Branch. So the idea, we hope that we can get it operationalized in the first quarter of the new financial year. I know the team is working earnestly.
Listen.
Thank you.
Listen, the government has operated in such a way that we as people are skeptical about anything they say.
Baby chicks.
So it's like them have to prove themselves because they have eroded their credibility. The Jamaica Labour Party, Andrew Owens-led government, has eroded the trust of the Jamaican people. They have eroded their credibility. So even when them are tell the truth, them cry foul so much that everything will come out of them mouth now seems like a lie. That is where we're at with them, you know. I know that's where I am at. I'm skeptical about everything they say. From it come out of them mouth, me think 30 times first. From it come out of them mouth. This is what Andrew Owens has done to the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. This is what he has done to them, you know. We can't believe nothing what the man they say. We have to see it happen first. And I can point to so many different things that is so egregious. It's not even like we are exaggerating. It is so bad, Jamaica. Cornwall Regional Hospital is one of the first thing come to mind. Right? The fertilizer them will come from Morocco. The free fertilizer them. Only not read the Auditor General report and what Auditor General say about that. Our next red flag that again, you know? And I Minister of Agriculture we are talking about now. Zine, we can't trust them people, brother. So even if they want to tell you some things, me just listen to them and me I say, alright, me I go remember when they say that and me I wait for the time to see if it go manifest like what they say. I go come tell me one excuse. That is where I am at with them, Jamaica. I don't know about you guys, but that's where I am at. Real talk.
Is there currently a shortage of chickens, baby chicks, born and layers?
So we have to disaggregate. Coming from Hurricane Melissa, we would have lost about 700,000 broiler birds, which was definitely the biggest devastation in terms of our poultry sector. We were able, based on the inventory of our main chicken companies, we were able to go through the Christmas with very little challenge because they had sufficient stock on hand. But of that 700,000, a number of those were the small backyard farmers who not only lost their chicken, would have lost their coops. So they are now in the process of re-establishing. So the sector has gone through some tightness based on the numbers that we have been tracking from about the third week in January to parts of February. We would have seen a reduction in production below the normal levels. And we do track it, and we have to be at about 2-point-something million to be at our normal levels. So we have seen some tightness.
Rhoda, pick up yourself, Rhoda Thompson.
Following on the eggs.
Welcome.
The ministry, based on the loss, would have given permits to import. And the Egg Farmers Association is now saying that it is causing a glut on the market and causing them not to be able to sell their own eggs. So what are the plans to rectify this situation?
Well, the first thing we have to do is verify the information. After Hurricane Beryl, the egg farmers, when we met with them, told us that within 6 months, we would see a return to normal production.
Hey.
And as such, we never took any steps to plug what we had seen as a production decline. When Hurricane Melissa came around, we were still having challenges with egg production. In other words, that would have been a year and a half, and we still did not return. In fact, the egg farmers did come out after and say that their projections were a little off, that the birds seemed to have, were not laying, the laying patterns did not return, things of that nature. So part of what we have to do is look at the production levels, right? Based on our numbers thus far, and we had a meeting with the egg farmers probably a week and a half ago, and we said to them, they're saying that they're seeing a quicker than expected recovery. We've said to them, all right, provide us with the data, we're sending out the teams to verify that. We have not seen a decline as yet in terms of prices, right, which normally goes together in terms of shortage. When you have a shortage, prices go up, and prices went up directly after Hurricane Melissa, and those prices have not yet dissipated, even though we have been tapping into external market. They've stabilized, so they haven't gone up any further, but they haven't dissipated. So we're doing a process of assessment. Once the local market is able to satisfy our demand, then there will be no importation, right? Once that is the case, there will be no importation. But what we don't want is to go back to a place where retail stores are rationing how much eggs people can buy. Because again, eggs are very important protein in the diet of the Jamaican people.
I understand what you're saying, Minister, but it suggests that you are not confident in the information being given by the egg farmers, because they've made it clear that they have supplies that they can't sell on the market because they have to be competing with the imported eggs, which they say is at a much lower cost, and they're not able to compete in that space.
So two things. Absolutely not. We have a very good relationship with the egg farmers, right? And we take the information that they provide. In fact, they provide the basis. It was they who came to us and said, based on our production numbers, we need to look to import. The main persons who import are, in fact, producers of eggs. And in fact, some of the Egg Farmers Association, they are members of the Egg Farmers Association. But with that said, we also take information from multiple sources. So for example, the Egg Farmers have said we've recovered. We have a letter from the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association who is saying they still can't get the amount of eggs that they're asking for, and we have information from retail stores that are saying that they're still at about 60%, 70% of their usual supply. I raised this with the egg farmers. They have said in some of those instances it may be just distribution to provide them with the information, and we are providing that information. Again, once we see from all the sources, so the data is showing that what the egg farmers have said to us, for example, in real terms, that the original information that would have been provided from their farmers about the extent of the losses, some of their farmers were able to salvage, right? In other words, they may have had plans to cull those birds and they did not, right? We have said to them, provide us with the data, no problem. Once we see that the data is at the level, then we have no desire to import eggs. In fact, we've gone a long time without importing eggs, but we also want to ensure that people have access.
For sure, we want to ensure that there is access. But is there essential software somewhere in the ministry that gives you information as to what is under production, when is the expected maturity date for it? Because if you are hearing from hoteliers and retailers that they don't have, and then the persons who are producing are saying that they can't sell theirs, it suggests that there's a disconnect between the producers and the buyers, as in somebody doesn't know what is actually available and somebody doesn't know how to get what is available to those who are in need.
True.
Is there currently a shortage of chickens, baby chicks, broiler layers?
Big up Dr. Dayton Campbell. Basically, my man I say, yo, nothing no go so, but time will tell, Jamaica. Time will tell you. Time will tell. All things in the darkness must come to the light. Want to hear me say? Okay. Let's continue.
In relation to food security, just following on the import and the permits. I don't want to get into the whole full discussion about import permits, but just in relation to onions. As you're aware, I think it's one of your own constituents from Mountainside in St. Elizabeth, was in the Sunday papers lamenting the situation with his own onion production. The fact that he has what seems to be a double whammy, in that he lost a couple $1 million from Melissa itself, from winds and rain. And then he went back into production, which we encouraged them to do. And now having gone back into production and the onions are ready, there's now a glut on the market and he's unable to get an acceptable price. I think he said that a bag was last year, same time, for 10,000. It's now 4,000, if memory serves me correct. Do you have any plans to treat with this? And he's not an isolated case, because you also have farmers from St. Thomas and elsewhere that are experiencing a similar conditions where they are unable to get value for the onions. Are you saying that none of the glut on the market is due to importation?
None of the vegetable line gluts are due to importation. Absolutely not.
Madness. Madness, Jamaica. Madness. You hear me say? Let me see. 455. Okay. Hold on there. Hold on there, my people.
Exportation of agricultural produce. I want to have an idea as to the plans in the ministry to boost exportation. And in treating with that, as what is going on with AMC, I know a notice was served on some of the persons there a while back. What is the latest there? And the leader of the opposition had proposed an agricultural free zone, which seemed to have found favor with you. But I've not seen it referencing this document here. And I think that is something that is important to give the farmers the similar benefits that persons are getting in the special economic zones and those things, and will boost our export and decrease the trade gap. In terms of funding to agriculture, one of the reasons more persons are not in agriculture is because they don't have, like, even before I get to the funding, you mentioned the agro-parks just now. What is the level of occupancy and production in the agro-parks? How many hectares of the land, what percentage is currently under production in the different agro-parks?
Yes, so occupancy is good in terms of almost all of the passes are accounted for. Where we do have challenges is utilization, right? And I think we're now at about 60%, there to 70% utilization, and that's definitely of the lands that can be utilized. And I say that because, unfortunately, a number of our older agri-parks, which account for the majority of our agri-parks, did not put in the sort of infrastructure did not complete the infrastructure that you need. And I think that's the case in point. Every Park, which has been one of our oldest agri-parks, still has areas that were not under irrigation cover. Right, so we're now doing a project to bring 120 acres under irrigation cover. So that would have always been counted as land that is occupied but not utilized, because nobody's really running that risk. They're going to go in the park that has the irrigation. And the road networks in our agri-parks, the storage capacity in our agri-parks. So what we're doing now, we have developed a project that we have passed the first phase of the Ministry of Finance project approval stage to retrofit these agri-parks with the infrastructure that they need to maximize utilization. The other thing that we're doing is that we are reclaiming parcels that are underutilized for significant periods of time. And we are on a significant drive, and we've given notice to a number of the owners. In fact, over 400 parcels have been reclaimed and have been repurposed. I mean repurposed, given to new ownership, right? Because again, utilization is critical. But we're now at about 67% utilization.
What are the utilization requirements that would see you reclaiming it if they're not met?
There are some clauses in the. So let us go back. When you come to the agri-park, you are expected to submit a business plan, which is supposed to be time bound. So you may indicate that you are planning to put 10 acres on the production of sweet potato, and let us say it's a 20-acre plot. You may say you're going to rotate it, so it may mean 10 acres doing this, 10 acres maybe doing something else. So you have to stick to those time frames, right? Unfortunately, especially in our older agri-parks, a lot of those older leases, the persons have just not been using the land. So if the land remains in abeyance for a number of production cycles and nothing is happening, then there's a performance clause, and that clause is triggered, right? 4 to 6 months of underutilization, not using the land, right? Unfortunately, some have gone much longer, right? But remember, this is, if you have a plot, you're not using the entire plot for 4 to 6 months, then it can trigger a reclaim.
Well, I suspect you have just been implementing that, because quite a lot of them seem to have got. Minister, in terms of our exportation of agricultural produce.
I want to ramp with, you saw the come out of agriculture. This man don't play them. This man don't play. Alright, I guess it's the same thing this. Oh yeah, it is. Alright. I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Thank you guys for being here. This was not the original reason why I came on. Let me play back the original reason. This is it.
Jamaica, it rain start all fall. You see from me there? A Ferris in our Westmoreland. You see right here, sir? I want 2-bedroom that did there. You see this? You see right here, sir, behind this? A people furniture. People in furniture still pack up inside here, sir. When me tell you, say, yes, so look like a when one bomb when Iran drop or Israel drop. I saw you want to look. See, sir? A foundation, this, supposed to be foundation. Supposed to be foundation. People in furniture and things, them see there, under there. See there, and a lie we are telling, furniture under there. If you look right across here, so a beer like the hurricane passed last night. You hear me telling you? I want to have one little man from upper ministry, a labor named Pernell Charles Jr. who come on TV. I can't take picture. About give out people, give people check. The people them down at Ferris in Westmoreland, see there, the rubble still there. Furniture that are not appalling in a March. When you look on the people in place, nothing not there. I bathroom that down there, so. Let me show them. Let me show the people in bathroom. Jamaica, it rain start all fall. You see from me there? A Ferris in our Westmoreland.
You really bad, Jamaica.
Somebody tell it this. So one sheet has to go right cover it, and a little plywood and roll it.
Same place.
Yeah, me just to the lady and she inside the place and I also saw. This is done by Ferris. in a Westmoreland. Everybody on this a stretcher and a one or two place. Me say, Jamaica, me say, wanna look at rubble. Wanna look at rubble. Rubble. From the storm blow.
People wanna see how low. The thing is, the zinc is. You see how much him have to bend down? Him almost there 190-degree angle with him back. Just to use the bathroom. The people them in this place are right here, so. Just to use the bathroom. Rain a fall and rain a wet them up. Hey, tell you, man.
Nobody not get nothing here, so. The lady said she get $37,000. Then give for help with grocery. For a whoppy kill, friggin' fill up. And at this the government, they walk around and patch, I try patch the people in life. So them bathroom here, while on a drunk go home to ceramic bathroom, yeah? I wanna step in with big umbrella and bodyguards, yeah? And hot and cold water, with what you call it, with rain shower. And they wanna sleep in a big double king size bed. Me nah stop beat it pound. See how people them a live here same way. Me can't even turn up straight because it's low. It's low bad. See the zinc that this is the covering. 1 sheet of zinc. For them use the bathroom. If you want to come a bathroom right now. This is the situation. Rain a fall and wet them up here so when time they're ready to do them things. You no fix the problem. Stop walking and show people so little dirty thinking check. About 500,000. I know the government spent 330 million. 330 million divided by 160. Divided by 160, which is the money for the US dollar. Give 2 million, I must say 62,000 US. Me do maths long time. I just 2 million. I don't know one heap of money. We don't have one heap of money sit down pan. Me could no wicked and dance and even see that. Enough people don't just right now get wet. Because of the hole in a zinc or house a catch up. The people in friggin' furniture and the tarpaulin same way out the door. They came and sleep comfortable at night because they don't know if somebody can draw away a 2 pieces of zinc for around them. Because darkness are desperation. Nobody know no work, nobody know no house, and uno sit down for the money. Uno sit down for the money. Uno get money for help the people them. Drunk crop. Uno help the people them now. And that, you see, uno Jamaicans, and uno see them one. I got a polling station, go vote for them, the dark shit, you know. And uno see them and I vote for them, you know. Uno see them about 1 p.m. and this and
say
that.
It again.
When will we wake up and realize every politician going with millions, PMP and Labour right, going with millions, and we are left with this. So what we left with there? So we left with there for shit in that. And 1 sheet of friggin' zinc. This is it. Uno sit down for the money. Uno get money for help the people them. Drunk crop. Uno help the people them now. And that, you see, uno Jamaicans, and uno see them one. I got a polling station, go vote for them, the dark shit, you know. And uno see them and I vote for them, you know. Uno see them about 1 p.m. and this and that. When will we wake up and realize every politician going with millions, PMP and Labour right, going with millions, and we are left with this. So what we left with there? So we left with there for shit in that. And 1 sheet of freaking zinc. This is it. This is the help. It's on a sick stomach.
Look on the man. Just look on the man, Jamaica. Real rain water. A shower down the man. Man is experiencing the live experience of the hurricane victims in Westmoreland after 5 months. I will tell lie now. I just get a message a while ago. She lies so easily. What are the Jamaica? I will tell lie. Oh yeah. Brother, me say me dey a bunny motor for my life right now. Hey, boy, the truth is not with her, yeah, man. the truth escape her, brother. She never find the truth all like days when she living. She lies so easily. Mighty God.
One final question. Was this decision to renegotiate it influenced any at all by the United States government?
No.
It was not.
This is, you know, we are in an environment where it is clear that there have been concerns expressed by the United States government about the operation of Cuban medical programs across the world. So clearly they had expressed concerns about all programs and accordingly would have expressed concerns about Jamaica. You would have heard us defending the program in various contexts because when they come here, we do our very best to be respectful and ensure that our treatment of them accords with the laws of Jamaica and best international labor law practice. Where the program came into conflict with those things, unfortunately, we were unable to reach agreement on correcting them, and that is why the program has ended.
So we just decided to change the rules of the game after 50 years. Thank you.
However you wish to interpret it is fine.
Me, I go rubber road. I go put up one post on rubber road. Is which egg farmer tell shark neck so? Oh yeah, that one. Annette, the caster, how you doing? People, I am going to make my way off the internet now. I want to thank you guys again for your continued support. As you exit, just hit the share button and share this with 10 persons that you've never shared my channel with before, so we can keep expanding. Thank you so much. Have yourselves a wonderful evening. And if you haven't watched the videos I've posted today with a short or the uploads that I posted, hey, I invite you to go and take a look and also become a member of the platform. Becoming another member of the platform is going to open you up to certain VIP statuses that not regular viewers will not be able to access, ladies and gentlemen. A few of them is like, in the chat, you'll be able to utilize certain emojis, you know, custom made emojis. I have some ideas for even some more right now. There's a few of them. That is a part of the 2 packages that I offer that I'm encouraging you guys to go and utilize. All right, see you guys later. Have yourselves a wonderful day, and I'm out. Peace. Dior, big up your nice clean self. Matthew, big up everybody.